welcome to Layn HyreCar University. I have some great news for you on how to earn extra income by increasing your price with your HyreCar renter. It is what it is, especially with inflation and prices typically increase for the most part. Sometimes, especially since HyreCar is a great platform, but it's really built and perpetuates long-term rentals. I have a renter that's had my car for over 1 year and 7 months, which has been great. It's been phenomenal, great guy, just been really taking care of my car. It's just really great. It's really just it's a great solution to have. It's not even a problem, it's a great solution to have. But this is the thing though, the longer you rent to someone, you start to realize that costs increase. So sometimes you just have to offset, and I try to do my best to keep it fair. I have done this, but there's a way I like to go about this. When I increase the price, for example, if you're renting a car to whatever your price is, you know your price, and you want to increase it maybe by 10%, 20%, 30%, or even more, who knows, maybe 100%, whatever the case is. There's a way you have to do this though. First, you want to understand that since they are loyal to you, maybe consider give them a bit of a deal, but just keeping it fair. So first things, you want to notify HyreCar, let them know, hey, this HyreCar renter's been great. They're renting from me, but I want to increase the price because I need to offset because prices on everything is increasing. I mean, it needs to financially make sense for me. HyreCar typically understands this, and what they'll say is send them a message and notify them. That's the next step you do. Notify HyreCar first, then you notify the HyreCar renter and say, hey, after this such and such date, I'm going to be raising this price $5 by $5 or by $10 by $20, whatever the amount is, to this amount. I always want to make sure, are you okay with that, etc. And if they say yes, you're in business. If they say no, let them know, okay, what can we do? You can either go in the middle, or you can say, hey, no way, my way or highway. And at that time, you risk maybe losing that renter. So that you might want to negotiate if they're a good renter, because even if you get someone that might pay that higher amount, you don't know them, and this is a whole new person that you get to know. So sometimes it's worth giving them a bit of a deal. So my goal, what I like to do is, say if I want to raise it, let's, for example, say I'm charging whatever $50 per day, right? And I want to bring it to maybe, let's say I'm like, you know what, I know I want to bring it to 60, but you know what, I'll bring it to 70. And the reason I'll bring it to 70 because if I tell them 60, they'll probably not be happy with that, and they'll probably want, this is psychology, and they probably will try to like get a deal. The reason I pick 70 is not because I'm being mischievous or not. It's because if they accept 70, I always want to make as much money as possible. Then we're good, right? The real price I want is actually 70. So what I do is I send my highest price that, but I give them a high price that I'm happy with them. I give them a high price where I'm okay with them saying no to though. So if, for example, if I'm charging $50 per day, I'll say, you know what, the highest price I want to charge for this car that they'll probably say no to, but I would be really happy if they accepted it, would be $70. But if they say no, I'm okay with giving them a lower price. That's the price you want to pick. So you always want to, you should have a middle area. Like my middle price would be $60 though. So always have three prices: your current price, the price you really want, and the price you think it might be. And that's where I usually base my judgment off of. So for example, if I'm at $50, I'll say, you know what, let me increase this to the highest price at $70 per day. And then from that point, and if they say yes, I'm a happy camper. If they say no, I'm cool with that. And I'll say, you know what, how about 65? And they say, I say, how about this? How about we do 62.50? They're like, well, okay, that's better than 65. And I said, you know what, you've been a long-term renter, I appreciate you. How about $60? They'll say, I love that. That's it. There's a way you negotiate or whatever. You have to have at least three prices. If you have more than that, great, but I also have three prices in my mind: the current price, the price I want to get to, my high cherry price, and then if they don't take that price, my mid price. So I start with 50, I want to bring them to 70. If they say yes, great, I'm a happy camper. And then if they say no, I have a price in mind for 60. Now, if they say don't want to take my $60 price after I gave them my high price and brought it all the way down, and at that point, then maybe it's time for us to go part our ways and find someone that will actually rent from me. Because at the end of the day, you don't want your business killed because inflation and because now they're paying you too little. You know what I mean? That it is what it is. So at that point, if you've been giving them a good service and you kept the price the same, whatever, and now say after a while, maybe after a year or after a few months, whatever the case is, that you decide to do, and they don't want to take this, maybe they're just not the renter for you. Or maybe you say, you know what, fine, I'll keep it the same price. Or you know what, let's even bring it down further. How about 55? That's up to you though. But I usually try to keep it in that 3 range tier where at current price, the high price I really want, and if I don't get that price, then I already have a third price, the mid price, $60, for example. That's usually how I break it down. That's my strategy for the day. I'm sharing my secrets with you. This is what most hosts don't do. And I'm one of the few that have I have a whole archive of videos upon videos upon videos. And I have HyreCar University, Turo University, and you guys should learn a lot from me. And it's no arrogance intended. It's just I've experienced a lot, good and bad. So I want to share the secret so you guys don't have to make the mistakes I made. I'm only human. You guys can definitely be better than me. I love you guys. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, ask any questions. Follow me on Instagram at Conrad Layn. Also, leave any questions or comments below. Be happy to elaborate. Love you guys. And again, always be confident in your price. If you have a price and you want to charge more, you're the owner, you have the right to do that. But there's a strategy that you need to do it. Remember, recap. I start, say for example, if I'm charging $50 per day and I'm bringing up to my highest price $70, okay, but I pick a high price that I'm okay with them saying no to, and I bring it down to 60, for example. And those are my prices, my 3 prices I deal with. Like, subscribe, share. Again, follow me on Instagram, Conrad Layn. If you have any questions, concerns, or want me to elaborate on anything further, leave the comments below. I'm pretty good about answering questions. Love you guys. Subscribe to the channel. Conrad Layn out. Peace.